This is David, you're watching Btekt. Welcome to another video. This one is sponsored by Direct Mobiles. For the best mobile deals, check out directmobiles.co.uk. Okay, I've had the P40 Pro for a few days now, so let me give you my thoughts on it. First of all, I want to start with the design because it is a slightly unusual one with its four-sided curved screen, but they have definitely managed to make that huge camera bump on the back look very stylish, and overall it is a great looking phone. This one is in frost silver. I definitely prefer this one over the black, which has the mirror polish finish. This one is more of a matte finish, much prefer that over the polished phones. You just don't see the fingerprints as much. In the UK, we will only get the frost silver and the mirror black, but in other regions, it will be available in other colors. But sadly here, we're only limited to those two. But you know what, that's not the end of the world because they both look great. In the box of the P40 Pro, as well as getting that 40-watt supercharger, there's also a soft case to protect your new purchase, which is always great, but the case doesn't really seem to follow the curves of that four-sided display, which is probably a good thing as it will offer a bit more protection, but I just want to keep taking it off just so I can use it with that lower curve. The four-sided curved screen is a nice design feature, but the display itself doesn't curve around the bottom and the top. It's only on the sides like a regular curved display. It's the bezels that fall away at the bottom. Those bezels are very slim all the way around, and I love the way the frame curves up around the edges. It really is a beautiful design this time for the P40 Pro, but I think that some people will take exception to that notch, and no, I'm not going to call it a screen cutout because let's face it, that is a notch. There's dual 32 megapixel cameras inside there and they perform extremely well. There are other sensors in there as well which give it an excellent facial unlocking system that works even in pitch black. Of course, you can disguise that notch, but it puts quite a chunky bezel at the top of the screen, but the deep blacks of the OLED panel do hide it very, very well. There's also an in-display fingerprint scanner, and that works really well, unlocking the device slightly quicker than the P30 was capable of. They do claim that it is as fast as capacitive scanners, but I'm not 100% sure that that's accurate. I mean, my one at least doesn't seem to be as rapid as a regular fingerprint scanner that you would find generally on the back of a device, but it is still very quick. We've got 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, and the Kirin 990 5G chipset. So absolutely no problems with performance, and we get that lovely 5G connectivity, which is expanding across the UK a lot faster than I thought it would. MKII 10.1 comes pre-installed in this device, and it's a really nice, fluid software experience. That is, of course, missing one major component, and of course that is the Google services. The ongoing restrictions by the US government on Huawei to deal with American companies means that this device will launch without Google services. Instead, users must rely on the Huawei App Gallery to install apps. Now, Huawei have put a lot of investment into building the app gallery to service their smartphones, and again, it's hard for me to give you a verdict just now with only having had it for one weekend. I have been disappointed that some of the apps that I want that aren't made by Google are still not available to me because they are only downloadable from the App Store. But Huawei have been busy creating alternatives. They've even gifted me a £20 credit to use across their services. So I have been getting stuck into the app gallery and the theme store to see what's available. A full video of that will be coming very soon. But of course, this phone is all about its cameras. Expect incredible performance from all of its lenses. We've got a 50 megapixel main sensor with a 40 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens. There's also a time of flight sensor. Rather than go to increase the telephoto zoom range of the P40 series, instead they've chosen to improve the performance, which I think is a great move. 50 times magnification is plenty for any phone, so there's no need to improve that, but the quality of the stabilization as well as the object tracking at distance has been improved, so we can get slightly better shots of the moon, for example. It uses a 5 times optical zoom lens just like the P30 Pro and a 10 times hybrid. The overall focal lengths are the same as the P30 Pro, so in ways this feels more like an evolution of the camera that was in that device rather than a new camera system altogether. This is not a full review of the camera, that is definitely on the way, but I wanted to share this with you to give you an example of how good the low light performance is from the main sensor. These shots are taken in very dark conditions. There's no artificial lights in my garden. One is taken with the normal photo mode and the other is taken using the night mode, and there really isn't much difference between the two. In fact, if anything, I think I preferred the picture from the normal photo mode. The ISO performance on the main sensor is just so good that it can grab a really clean shot in very poor conditions. There is a lot more to this camera, and like I said, I will be doing a full review and guide very shortly. But if you fancy the P40 Pro or whatever phone you're after, make sure you check out the Direct Mobile's website. A great place to look for your new phone, compare all of the available deals with all of the networks right there on the one website. And they've got over 24 years of award-winning customer service, so you're in great hands. Check in the video description below for a link or search directmobiles.co.uk. Thanks for watching. More P40 videos and comparisons with the S20 series and the iPhones on the way, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. I'm David, this is Btekt.